What a tournament this has been. Yes, we're back with more Euro 2024 content. This time we're going to be taking a look at the semi-finals. We're really getting into the crunch time now of this tournament, and there are just 4 sides left. And after this, there'll only be 2, because that's how knockout football works. As I said, we're going to be predicting how I think the semi-finals of the 2024 European Championships will go. But first, we're going to take a look at my quarter-final predictions. We're going to quickly run through those and then get into the meat and potatoes of the semi-finals. For the quarter-final ties, I had Spain versus Germany, in which I had Spain going through, and they did. Portugal versus France, I had Portugal, and France went through. England versus Switzerland, I had England going through, and they did. And finally, Netherlands versus Turkey, I had the Netherlands going through, and the Netherlands indeed went through. So yeah, we had some pretty decent games for those quarterfinal ties, and then some stinkers as well. But that's besides the point, because we're now getting into what should be some of the more interesting, or should I say exciting fixtures. But I don't think anything can really capture how crazy the group stages were of this tournament. We're going to be chasing that high for the rest of the tournament. Hey, we got some big fixtures coming up. I'm going to start off with Spain versus France. This is a massive, massive clash as Spain play France in the semi-finals. I think it's safe to say that Spain are the clear favourites to win their 4th European crown. La Roja have been the best performing side throughout this tournament, and their games are always exciting to watch, with goals guaranteed. Spain knocked out the hosts Germany, but they qualified in quite controversial fashion, as a handball call against Cucurella was waved away. Realistically, I think it should have been given, because just look at this. How is that not a handball? And surprise, surprise, it was English refs that fucked it up. Honestly, I don't know how the PGMOL are still going. Like, they are an awful organisation. And I'm not just saying that as a Forest fan. They've been terrible this entire tournament. Something needs to be done about these awful, awful referees. Get Ellis Platten involved, man. He was a brilliant referee, gosh. It was a pretty even game in the first half before Spain opened the scoring in the second. And it looked like they were through until the 98th minute when Wirtz pulled some Leverkusen magic and scored an equaliser. But that Leverkusen magic didn't last long enough for Germany to go through, as Spain put the nail in the coffin in the 119th minute. Now Spain were without Carvajal, who received a red card after he dragged back Musiala, as aiming for some last minute German magic. Takes me back to the Euro finals when Saka was pulled and nothing happened then, did it? Funny how that works out. Yes, I am still bitter. Now for France, it took penalties for them to progress past Portugal, but they did it. And they've yet to score a goal from open play. In the semi-finals now, it's not looking good. It was 120 minutes of neither side being able to find the back of the net, despite the attacking talent that each side boasts. But I think that just further credits their defensive units, because they were phenomenal. It ultimately went to penalties, in which a João Felix miss was Portugal's undoing. I wouldn't exactly say that the French played brilliantly, as they're the only side to have not scored a goal from open play throughout the entire tournament, but they played well enough to shut out a good Portuguese side. For this one, I'm going to back Spain. The Spanish have looked brilliant throughout this campaign and seem to go from strength to strength. They always look to play some exciting and attacking football, and is backed up by the wealth of quality they have at their disposal. France also have a lot of quality at their disposal, but unlike the Spanish, they don't really play a style of attacking football. It's a very different looking French side to the one that finished runners-up in the World Cup, but they're still clearly a very good side and have a wealth of talent at their disposal. Tchouaméni though, he should really stop trying his luck from outside the box. He's not Saka, it ain't gonna work. I can't really see the Spanish missing Carvalho too much either, and I'm sure they'll have a worthwhile stand-in for him for the rest of the tournament, as I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he's suspended for the rest of the tournament. I might be wrong, but either way, he's not going to be playing this match, I'd have thought. So yeah, I'm going to back Spain to progress to the finals. Wow. Yeah, I'm backing the Spanish. They look like the much better side, and once again, France have issues scoring goals. Now, they don't look too bad defending them, to be fair. Mainan is a brilliant keeper, and so is Samba in the on the bench. Well, France's issues are definitely scoring a goal, because they've only done it from the spot so far, and own goals as well, of course. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting one to see. I think Spain, they definitely don't struggle to score goals, but they may struggle to break down France's defence. I'm really not sure. So while I am thinking in my head we're going to see a lot of goals. These matches normally end up not with many goals, so we never know. If it goes to penalties, I think France may have it, but in terms of seeing the game out in extra time or in the 90, I think Spain are the better side to do that, and I predict they will do so. So yeah, I'm backing Spain. And then move on to the Netherlands versus England. We move on from a current favourite to a pre-tournament favourite as England face the Netherlands in Dortmund. The Netherlands fought their way past Turkey to book their spot in the semi-finals. The Dutch found themselves trailing Turkey as they opened the scoring within 35 minutes. The Dutch pulled one back in the 70th minute before Mulder, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, put it in his own net to seal it for Orange. That marks the 10th own goal of the tournament. Turkey played brilliant in all fairness, and against any other team would have scored many, many more goals. They played some really good football, and part of me is sad that they didn't progress. Not that I thought England would have an easier game against some of the Netherlands, no, that's definitely not got anything going for it at all. The Dutch defence kept their side in the game and will be integral going forward. Players like Van Dijk, De Vrij and Ake all doing the business. It took penalties for England to beat Switzerland, but my god, what penalties they were. But please lads, don't let it go to spot kicks again, man. I can't take it. I fucking hate penalties, man. Southgate decided to switch things up, moving to a back three and playing two number 10s behind Kane. All credit to Southgate, you know, that was a welcome change. But we have a leaker in the camp, as this was confirmed days before the tournament and gave Switzerland ample time to prepare. Why do our media know 3 days before the fixture that we're playing a back three and that we're playing two number 10s? Because that's fucked up. Southgate did what Southgate does best and made some very interesting player selections. Why was Trippier playing over Alexander-Arnold? I will never know. But all in all, I thought it worked quite well. We still passed around the back far too much, but baby steps, I guess. The Swiss took the lead through Mbolo 75 minutes in, but Saka was there with a sweet goal 5 minutes later to level things, and oh my god, the scenes in Wetherspoons were immense. Like I said, I hate it when it goes to pens, but all 5 of our penalties were absolutely phenomenal, and Pickford was brilliant once again. Once again, I'm backing England. Celebrations were in full effect after Alexander-Arnold netted his pen, but my god, the celebrations when Saka finally scored his were phenomenal. I was so made up for him, especially after what happened in the last Euros. It was his redemption arc this game, and he took it with both hands. After all the adversity he went through after that Euros campaign, this was his moment, and he took it. And I can see us winning that clash, filling the side with confidence as we come into the semi-finals. You saw the celebrations at full time, everyone was loving it, and hopefully we can take this feeling into this match against the Dutch. I think if Kane stops dropping deep, we can cause issues for the Netherlands defence. But yeah, the Netherlands have a very, very solid defence. As I mentioned, it's going to be very important for them going forward, but we have a wealth of attacking talent at our disposal, so hopefully we can cause Netherlands some issues. It'll be a very, very tough game, and I expect goals on both sides, but I think England have it in them to progress past the Netherlands. I'm not discounting the Dutch in any way. They have been a very good side and have done well to make to the semis. They play some brilliant football and will be a very, very tough opponent for us. We don't make it easy for ourselves. We play some shocking football at times, but we have the players to make a difference. And solid depth on the bench as well. Luke Shaw looks to be back. Hopefully he starts in this fixture because him being in the squad will be very important for us going forward. The runs he makes are incredible. And yeah, I'm happy to have him back, man. Solid player. I'm backing England to progress to the finals. It's not going to be an easy match. I know the Netherlands are going to make it really hard for us, and I'm going to hate watching it, but we should do it and make it to the finals. Come on, England. I don't want to say it's coming home, but it very much might be. So yes, I've been O2GT, and these have been my Euro 2024 predictions for the semi-finals. My god, it doesn't get any easier to watch. If you have any predictions of your own, please leave them down in the comments down below. I do enjoy reading what you're all thinking. Even if I don't reply to the comments, I do see them. So yeah. Hope you have a brilliant rest of your day. Hope your team do well in the Euros, unless you support someone who isn't England. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.